We are going to see chapter matter in our surrounding. We will see the term matter first. What is matter? Anything that occupies space and has mass, like chair, plant, mobile, chalk, stone, animals, etc. These living or non-living things satisfy two conditions. First, they have mass and they occupy space, so they are called matter. But abstract things like thought, ideas, love, hatred, sweetness, childhood, etc. These things neither occupy space nor have mass, so they are not called matter. According to our Indian philosophy, ancient Indian philosophy, anything or matter is made up of Panch Tattva, that is Agni, Jal, Vayu, Akash, and Prithvi, that is fire, water, air, sky, and earth. According to modern theory, particles, matter is made up of particles, and by particle we mean atoms and molecules. What do you mean by atoms? Atoms are the smallest particle of an element which contains the properties of that element. Like if we talk about hydrogen, hydrogen is made up of atoms of hydrogen. If we talk about element oxygen, it is made up of atoms of oxygen. If we talk about molecules, then molecules may contain two or more atoms, and these atoms may be of same type or different types. Like if we talk about oxygen molecule, O2, it is made up of oxygen atoms only. If we talk about O3, that is ozone, it is made up of oxygen atoms only. If we talk about Cl2, that is chlorine molecule, it is made up of chlorine atoms only. Now if we see H2O, that is water molecule, it is made up of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, if we talk about molecule of carbon dioxide, it is made up of atoms of carbon and oxygen. Now, according to their properties, matter have been classified. Now, according to physical properties, matter have been classified as solid, liquid, and gas. We will see two more states of matter, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate, in later on. First, we see how they have been classified according to their chemical properties. According to their chemical properties, they have been classified as elements, compound, mixture. Let us see briefly at elements. Elements, in some books it is written there are 119, 120, 115. Numbers vary. Number of elements. As we see in English alphabet, we have A to Z, 26 letters. Any book of English is made up of these 26 letters. Similarly, anything in this world is made up of these elements, like hydrogen, oxygen, calcium, iron, copper, etc. If we talk about compounds, compounds are made up of two or more type of element when the atoms of these elements combined in different ratios. Here, water, if we have seen water, H2O, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combined to form one atom, one molecule of water, and this water is called a compound. Similarly, carbon dioxide is a compound. In this way, we have seen compounds. Now, mixture. Mixture are also made up of two or more types of substances, but the ratio is not fixed. Like we cook vegetables in our house, it is an example of mixture where no ratio is fixed. Now, what are the evidences which shows that matter is made up of particles? There are two simple evidences. One, dissolving of solid in liquid. If we put a crystal of potassium permanganate in a glass containing water, we see the whole color of all this whole water turns purple. Why does this happen? Because the particles of this potassium permanganate separate from one another and spread throughout water, and the color becomes purple. Now, mixing of gases. Suppose we take one jar containing bromine vapor. The color of bromine is brown. Now, we put another jar inverted like this. Suppose this is one test tube, this is another test tube, kept one over another. This contains air, this contains bromine water. After some time, we will see that the color of both these test tubes becomes brown due to the diffusion of this bromine water all over there. These two things, dissolving of solids in liquid and mixing of gases, proves that matter is made up of particles. Now we have mentioned a term diffusion. What is this diffusion? Diffusion, the movement of different particles among each other spontaneously so that they mix uniformly, is called diffusion. Now we will see after this the term Brownian motion. Another example of diffusion is the, suppose we light an incense stick in the corner of a room, we feel the smell, that is fragrance, not we can say smell, that is fragrance of this incense stick if we are sitting away from it. Other example, suppose some food is being cooked in kitchen, it's we can smell, we are able to sense if we are sitting away from it also. So these are the examples of diffusion. Now another term is Brownian motion. Zigzag movement of small particles is called Brownian motion. We have seen in room, suppose light enters from hole, we can see small particles moving in a haphazard manner here and there, not in a particular direction but in a random way. This type of motion is called Brownian motion, and these two phenomena, diffusion and Brownian motion, gives conclusion that matter is made up of tiny particles, very very small particles, and that they are constantly moving. Now we will see characteristics of particles of matter. The first property we will see here is particles of matter are very very small. We can take a jar in which we take some water and put some crystal of potassium permanganate. We see that these particles separates from each other and spreads throughout this container or jar, and color of whole amount of water becomes purple. Now if we take another jar in which there is water and we take small amount of water from this and pour here, its also color becomes purple. This activity proves that matter is made up of very very small particles. Now we will see next property, that is the particles of matter have space between them. We take a glass of water, now we mark the level of water here and put 10 gram of sugar. We see that after some time sugar dissolves completely, but the level of water does not rise. Why? Because these particles of sugar have separated from each other and has taken the space between the water molecules. Thus we can say that particles of matter have space between them. Now third property is the particles of matter are constantly moving. We have taken earlier the example of the sunlight entering our room and we see dust particles moving here and there, this Brownian motion. Why does this happen so? Because they are being constantly hit by the small air molecules or air particles, whatever we say. So, and we can see the dust particle moving with our eyes also. So this proves that the particles of matter are constantly moving. Now we will see the fourth property, that the particles of matter attract each other. Suppose we take a piece of chalk and try to break it, we can break it easily. Now we take a wooden piece like this, if we try to break, we can break it, but it will take, we have to apply more force. Now we take an iron rod, can we break it? No, we cannot break it, because the attraction between the particles are very strong in this case, less strong in this case and less in this case, but the particles of matter are constantly attracting each other, that is they attract each other. This activity proves that. In this way we have seen four properties of particles of matter. First, that they are very very small. Secondly, they have space between them. Next, they are constantly moving, and finally they attract each other. We are going to see solid liquids and gases. We will compare their properties. Solids have fixed shape and fixed volume. Liquids do not have fixed shape, but they have fixed volume. Gases neither have fixed shape nor fixed volume. Solid cannot be compressed. Liquids will also be not compressed, but gases can be compressed easily. As we see, LPG gas are compressed in our cylinders and supplied to our houses. Now, solids have high densities, liquids have moderate to high densities, gases have very low densities. Solids do not flow. Liquids can flow easily and gases can also flow easily. Next topics we will see in next video.